And for this week's Two Works for You in the Garden segment, TAP talks all about pesky weeds with our garden expert, Paul James.
Good morning, welcome back to In the Garden. And you know what, Paul? I look at my lawn right now and it's kind of gray, kind of brown, but the only thing that's green in my yard is the weeds.
And a few weeds are starting to rear their ugly heads.
Okay.
Now, weed control in the lawn can be somewhat complicated. I'm going to try and simplify this.
Okay.
First of all, let's look at right now. Super Bowl Sunday weekend.
Yes.
This is the time to start paying attention and think about applying the products necessary to control weeds.
Okay.
So what you're looking at now are pre-emergent weed controls. These are products that are designed to prevent weed seeds from germinating.
Okay.
So all those weeds, the crabgrass, the chickweed, the henbit, those seeds are laying in wait to germinate, and they're about to germinate, triggered by soil temperature.
Okay, easy.
50, 55 or so, and we're getting pretty close to that mark.
Not that far away, yes.
So that's when those weeds are going to start to germinate. So if you put those pre-emergent products down now, then you're going to achieve control. If you wait until summertime, then you use what's called a postemergent, which works on weeds already up and growing.
Okay.
So, but now we want to focus on the pre-emergents. There are lots of different ones out there, okay? We got a whole wall
Yes.
of pre-emergent weed control products. Rather than get into any specifics, you know, if crabgrass is your number one concern, and it is for a lot of people,
Okay.
then there are products specifically aimed at controlling crabgrass, but typically they also control a lot of other weeds as well. Nutsedge is another one that people have tremendous trouble with. Just focus on, it's all about the timing. Because if you wait too late, and they're already up and growing, a pre-emergent won't work. So a lot of these are synthetic chemical products.
Okay.
There are some all-natural controls. One, for instance, is this made from corn gluten. It's a protein,
Yeah.
and it's a byproduct of the corn manufacturing, processing industries. So it's about 60% as effective as the synthetic chemicals, but for people who want to garden naturally, that's available. There are also some products that are made from citrus oil, clove oils, all kinds of different things that people are trying. And a lot of times you don't really get complete control of the weed. You get what we call top burn. It'll control it somewhat.
Okay.
Then there's also, aside from pre-emergent and post-emergent, there are selective and non-selective herbicides. Am I simplifying this?
I don't know, we'll find out by the end of this.
So selective means they're developed to really pinpoint and attack specific weeds. Non-selectives, and the most famous of all is Roundup, those are the ones that kill anything and everything green.
Okay, that makes sense.
You got to be careful which one you use. But the bottom line is, years ago we used to be told that you would apply these pre-emergents about the time that forsythias were in bloom. No more. I mean, maybe in St. Louis, but we're at a point now where it's just warmer earlier, seems to be, and we're seeing weeds come up a lot earlier than usual. So that's why I'm saying Super Bowl Sunday that's the time.
Okay, so you're talking about a pre-emergent. Obviously, if we put that down, that's going to help us later on in the spring and summer. Or if we want to wait, or in other words, we're lazy, and we don't put the pre-emergent down, then it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge as we move through the spring and summer.
But then you can work with a post-emergent. And then next fall, you can do another pre-emergent for any weeds that came up, set seed, and the seeds wound up in your lawn. By the way, another great control if you're gardening naturally, and this is the way I do it. I accept a certain population of weeds in my lawn. I don't mind. They're green, and some of them are quite beautiful. I also mow really high, 3 to 4 inches, because that shades the ground, and if sunlight can't hit those weed seeds, then they're going to have a tough time germinating. And I also make sure that I fertilize properly so that I have a really vigorous growing turf.
Okay, so you have to have a plan. You have to be prepared for the season and make sure that your lawn looks good.
Yep.
And that's going to be great for my wife because she looks at me and wants me to look at the lawn, and I look at it and I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. I don't know when I'm supposed to spray any of these things.
Now you know.
So now you've made it simple for me, Paul.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and honey.
She can call me and thank me.
Yeah, and she probably will after she sees this segment. Thanks, Paul.